Yo, what's up everybody, TikiBungoIII here, and today I decided to torture myself again by spending another 24 hours in VR, this time in Minecraft. I decided to do this with the Minecraft movie coming out. I thought it'd be a fun little idea to imitate what it'd be like to live in a Minecraft world, and I gotta say, I did not really enjoy it. Kinda sucked. So, let's get into the video and we'll see why. So a good chunk of time once I started was just messing around with the controls to figure out how to get everything working. It was really trippy, just the way the blocks were and everything, and the scaling of everything. So I tried turning up the scaling, but then I realized I was too tall for this world. So I had to go back and mess around with it before I could eventually get it right. After that, I found a nice little river area where I can build my first house. And I kind of got the hang of the controls a little bit here, but it's still really wonky and just felt really clunky compared to playing the normal game, especially after playing it for so many years with keyboard and mouse, or even controller. It just does not feel natural playing this in VR at all. After getting my house somewhat built up, I decided to go and explore this little river over here, and this is where my first death happened.
How do I swim? No! I'm drowning! No! How do I get up? Holy fuck, and hey.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh, fuck me. Well, that wasn't the start I was hoping for.
What the hell is this? I don't want this. Get this out of my hand. What the fuck? Shoo!
Yeah, it turns out swimming's pretty hard in VR. I didn't even die from that, but still. Like I mentioned, the controls were not fun for this. But after that, I decided to go exploring a little bit to just get food. And the easiest way to do that is to find a village, so that's exactly what I did. I also decided to fight this Enderman, which was not the smartest of ideas. For some reason, I thought it would be free as fuck, and just swinging my axe constantly at him, I'd be able to kill him. But no, it is not that easy. I eventually kept exploring and abandoned my first little house I made. I don't know why, I just decided to keep moving on. Eventually I found this little ruined nether portal, and then found this cool little mountain area that kind of was in between a few biomes and right next to a pillager outpost, so I thought that'd be a fun little area to set up my base. So I climbed the mountain and made a little base up there. It looks pretty cool. So after being up on the mountain for a little bit, I eventually was able to get a little bit of a house going. It wasn't the most beautiful thing in the world, but I still managed to get a functional house, so there's that. I also did find some iron and a few other useful materials that I could use. After getting my very terrible house built, I decided to build a little staircase to get down to the mountain to where the pillager outpost is, just to have easier access to get up and down the mountain where I'm at. And this is kind of where I realized how hard it is to actually build in fucking VR, because normally when I play the game, I felt like I could build this pretty quickly. It's a simple staircase, but here I just kept falling, kept getting hurt, tried to nerd pull up to build stuff, and it was just not easy whatsoever. Alrighty, so after getting the staircase somewhat built, I decided to go explore that villager outpost over there, and this has been my first real experience with combat in this, and like I mentioned earlier, I thought it would be much easier just being able to swing your axe at people, but no, it is not, so let's see how this goes.
Oh, fuck me, dude. I'm going in your house. Oh, they can shoot through the fucking house! Where are you all coming from? Oh.
Eventually I made my way up to the tower and got the loot out of there, but once I tried to make my great escape, it was not very great, nor really an escape. So I got murdered a bunch.
Where are you all coming from, man? Oh my god. Okay, yeah, this is a dumb idea. Get my gear and fucking run! Oh, they're still fucking chasing me, dude. Fuck me! Dude, how? Do you guys have so much fucking health? Fuck you, fucking little bitch! Holy fucking shit. Alright. Oh my god. No way, they're still here! That bro's gonna chase me to the end of the fucking world. No fucking way, dude.
Yeah, that was not fun at all. I got absolutely obliterated by those guys. So, it's been a minute since I played vanilla Minecraft, and for some reason I thought I'd be able to play this on hard. I'd be like, oh, it's not that difficult at all. Little did I learn, yeah, it is that hard, So, I did decide to go to bed early, or early-ish. I don't know exactly what time it was in real life when I did this, but I was only playing for a couple hours, but I did feel really tired. And I gotta say, it was kind of cool seeing the, like, sky turn night right as I was falling asleep. And then I threw on some Minecraft music and tried to go to bed. But unfortunately, I was not able to sleep very well because my sleep schedule has just been chaotic at this point, and I just was not sleeping well, so there was that. I think I woke up after a few hours and then just decided to go mining. Which turned out to be pretty profitable because I feel like I wasn't mining for too long in here, but I did find diamonds and all the stuff I needed. But fighting off these guys and stuff in here was just not fun because the combat in this sucks, and I feel like every 5 seconds I gotta eat or else I'm gonna die. But yeah, I did find my first diamond, so that was cool. It wasn't a lot, but I think I did find more later on. And the reason why all the textures and stuff look really weird and like 3D almost is because I was playing this on a mod pack, and I don't know what mods they had in here. I know they had the one that allows you to use your VR headset in Minecraft, but I think they also just had another like few quality of life mods, and then they threw in a bunch of random texture packs for some reason. So that's why some of the items and some of the ores look different than they would normally. Luckily, the cave I was in wasn't very far away, and like I mentioned, I was able to find a good amount of stuff pretty quickly in there. I think I still spent a good amount of time in there just because of the way this game is, and I just was not moving as quickly as I normally would when I play Minecraft, but I did find a good amount of loot, luckily, in there, which was pretty sick. Found a few diamonds, a few gold, a few iron, and eventually put that all back in the chest. After that, I decided to start a little farm so I have a good source of food going. That way I don't have to consistently keep robbing villagers. I also decided not to use villagers in this when I normally do in most other games because it just makes it a lot easier to get resources and stuff. And that felt like kind of a mistake because it would have been nice to just have constant emeralds and stuff flowing. But there's that. And then I also did go back to that ruined portal I found to get the obsidian from that to make my own portal. Because my next step would be trying to go to the nether. Because my complete goal in this is to try to beat the game. And here's kind of a good example why I don't like building this. Because my dumbass thought this was the right size portal, which it was not. And then eventually I just fell off the side of this mountain and straight up died trying to build this stupid goddamn portal. So before I actually try to went to bed for real, I decided to do a little bit of exploring just to see if I could find anything cool. And I didn't really find much. I did find a spruce village, which is kind of cool, so I just robbed them of whatever they had. And I also found a goddamn polar bear, which is pretty sick, so. Once I got back, I decided to make a little snowman on top of the base, because I was curious to see if he would live through the entire time while I was sleeping, and just wanted a little guardian snowman up there protecting me. So, I went to bed for real here. I slept way longer than I thought. And once I woke up, I did some, like, tending to the crops and stuff. And then once I hit night, I realized I wasn't actually sleeping that entire time in-game. So, a bunch of these phantoms showed up, and I tried fighting them. And it was just not good whatsoever. They were a pain in the ass to try to kill, just like how everything else has been during this experience. And then at some point here, I also tried to craft a bow, thinking, oh, the bow should be pretty easy to use, right? Nope, that thing is the worst thing ever to use. So, that was not fun. I decided to plant all these sugar canes that I got when I went exploring. Part of the reason I went exploring was to find sugar canes, so that way I can eventually get like books and stuff and make an enchantment table. Because if I'm going to try to beat the Ender Dragon, I am going to need all the help I can get here because I am struggling right now. So here's where I mentioned I tried crafting the bow and using it, and I had no idea what I was doing, man. I was really struggling trying to get that thing to work.
Like, genuinely.
Before I went into Nether, I wanted to make sure I ate in-game and in real life, so I decided to heat up a burrito that I had in my fridge, which was delicious. And then I also made a little simple farm down below in the little grassy area, which was nothing really impressive. But after that, I decided to venture into the Nether, and this is where everything went wrong. Like, I completely hated the game after going into the Nether.
Ow.
Once I got in here, it was kind of an annoying spawn just being in whatever this soul biome is, just because I'm already slower than I am, and there was a bunch of skeletons all over the place. Also decided to make a crossbow, which worked a lot better than the bow did. It kind of worked out how I expected that to. And after wandering around for a little bit, I found a bastion, and I was like, oh, sick, a bastion. This will be cool. I might be able to get some good loot out of here. Maybe get some netherite. And this is where I realized, nope. The combat in this is horrendous, and I decided to play on hard for some reason, and I got obliterated by these guys. Like there, I got 2-shot, and then after that, it was not much better trying to get back and get my loot.
Oh my god.
I did at some point use my diamonds to try to make a diamond chest piece and sword, thinking that would help me get back there, but nope.
Oh my fucking god, dude. Are you... Dude, they're fucking just do so much damage. Oh my god! How? How the fuck did I get a pumpkin pie? Is this a fucking pity thing for me? So many goddamn times?
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that I was playing on Modpack, and for a second, I have not played vanilla in so long. I thought after a while they just gave you a pumpkin pie for dying. But no, I think this was something to do with the Modpack, where it just turned me gigantic. I had no idea what was happening here. But it allowed me to get back and try to get my stuff. Unfortunately, though, I still died. Because I completely underestimated the Nether and hard mode on Minecraft. I was too cocky, thinking I could go in here and just kill everything, but I was wrong. And I admit defeat. Minecraft got the better of me here, so good job, Minecraft. At this last death here, though, I had pretty much just given all hope at trying to beat the game in general, and decided I did not want to continue to keep doing this. It was just horrendous. Trying to move around was horrible. Trying to build was horrible. Trying to fight stuff was horrible. In hindsight, I should not have put it in a hard mode, and I probably could have changed it back to easy, and maybe have sped run to try to beat the Ender Dragon. But instead, I decided to go into creative mode and blow the fuck up out of that goddamn pillager tower that has been causing me so much issues earlier on. And I gotta say, this was pretty therapeutic, just blowing stuff up. So, if you're ever having any problems, just blow something up. I guarantee you, all your problems will go away. Make sure it's in Minecraft, though, and not in real life, because you might get arrested. I still wanted to beat the Ender Dragon, though, so I did decide to just cheat in a bunch of gear and armor and then go fight the Ender Dragon. I could have went into survival here and then actually tried doing a real fight with OP gear, and I probably still would have lost because I am garbage at playing this game in VR. But I decided to just play in creative. That way I can get the kill and kill the Ender Dragon, and all's well that ends well.
Stupid fucking game.
At this point, I decided to just stop playing because I didn't really want to do anything else in here. I know I titled the video 24 hours and stuff, and I really wanted to try to go 24 hours, but I could not be bothered, man. This was actually horrible to play in VR, at least for me personally,
everything's
because
breaking.
I'm so used to play the game normally, and it was just not enjoyable whatsoever. Oh my god. I gotta say though, it was kind of cool actually playing it in VR. It's definitely, like, I think it would be more enjoyable if you don't try to spend 24 hours straight in VR and actually just play the game normally instead of trying to not speed run to the Ender Dragon, but just get to the Ender Dragon in hard mode when I've never done this before. So that was kind of horrible. But this mod pack was still really cool just because you can actually go through and add like other mods and stuff you want onto it. And you can still play with your friends while you're in VR, and you're not, I'm pretty sure, if you use this. You just gotta have them download the mod pack or whatever mods you have installed. You can also just install whatever mods you want, and it would work with this. So that would be pretty cool, I think. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you're interested, I did do a video of Fallout where I spent 24 hours in Fallout VR, and then 24 hours in Skyrim in VR. And I gotta say, I think those videos I actually enjoyed a lot more. Fallout was the first one I did, and it was horrible because it was the first time I did that. But it was actually quite enjoyable with the guns, and the combat, I think, felt the best out of all the games. Skyrim, I think I just got bored of it because it was kind of just running to an area, talking to someone, going to kill some people, and then just felt really repetitive for me. But that one was really cool because I get to fling my weapons around like I was Captain America and throwing shields and stuff. It was super cool. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe if you did. And then I'll leave those videos in the description down below if you want to go check those out. I'll also leave the mod pack down there if you want to check that out so you can try this out for yourself. And sorry I didn't do the full 24 hours, but I genuinely could not be bothered at this point. Once I died in that nether the last time, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I thought about changing it to easy mode and just toughing it out to do that. But I really did not care at that point, so I was like, I'm just gonna cheat, blow some stuff up, beat the Ender Dragon. There was only 4 hours left anyways, so even though I slept through half of it, but it is what it is. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!